Okay, we are ready for round 2 of the unclaimed property laws around the world.
Yes.
And the first round you did really well. It was 5 very well-known countries for the most part, and you had all the facts sort of at the ready.
Yep.
This time it's going to be a little bit more challenging, and I sort of picked these flags randomly, sort of very different.
Okay.
I'll be, first of all, impressed if you can actually identify them, and then anything you know about those laws. And maybe I happen to pick countries that don't even have laws, which is very possible as well. So
Okay.
You'll just have to roll with me. We're going to start with the first one. And I didn't even know what this flag was until I looked it up.
The lovely country of Kenya.
That's right.
Interesting, Kenya introduced an unclaimed property law in 2011, I think is when it first was enacted, and since then has been having an escheatment program. They modeled that law after the U.S. state law structure and introduced it. And my understanding it's been fairly successful so far. We do get data from Kenya, and we do see assets for international owners.
Great. That's pretty impressive for not as large a country. All right, next we have
Japan. So Japan is, from my understanding, is getting into the more unclaimed property space and is looking like it's going to be more of a volunteer model where as assets are escheated, they quite often be donated to worthwhile charities.
Wow, that's a great model.
Yeah. So we're in the process of researching more, but it is a country that's looking at it for sure, and we'll see where that goes.
It's a fascinating angle. All right, next we have
Switzerland.
That's correct.
Now, Switzerland, people know of Switzerland because of its sort of world sort of knowledge of being a financial center. But what's interesting is I'm not aware of any publicly available unclaimed property financial information from Switzerland. It's a country that has very strict sort of privacy laws around
Kind of
this.
surprising, isn't it? Doesn't really make sense.
Well, I mean, Switzerland sort of has its own unique position in the financial world, and a lot of it is based on confidentiality and that. But we are looking at Switzerland as well, but I'm not aware of anything publicly available right now in Switzerland.
Next we have
Singapore.
That's right.
So my understanding the last time I looked at Singapore was they're looking at implementing a law similar to the U.S. system. Singapore is a very well-developed country, strong financial system.
Right.
So it's very logical that Singapore would introduce a law like this. I know that so far a lot of the countries you've looked at, there's a lot of people in those countries with assets located outside those countries. Right. And quite often a local escheatment law means they would stay and be reported or need to be reported within them. So that's
lots of work still to do there.
Yeah, and Singapore again is on that path to, my understanding is assessing to introduce a law.
Great. Last but not least, we have
I believe that's Malaysia.
That's correct.
Is that correct? Okay, so Malaysia, believe it or not, has a unclaimed monies law that I believe was first introduced in the mid-1960s.
Okay.
So companies do need to report money they're holding in Malaysia. Very few people know about that in Malaysia. But that's, I don't know a lot more about it other than, we research, at Asifine we're researching around 50 countries right now and trying to keep up with where they are in legislation with respect to unclaimed property so we can make sure we pass that on to our clients. But Malaysia's interesting in that the law's been around for essentially 60 years.
We've gone through 10 countries now. Is there any one that we haven't mentioned that you'd like to talk about in terms of either its advanced, unclaimed property laws or on the complete other, side of it, complete lack of laws given the size or development of the country itself?
Well, a lot of European nations don't have laws that should have laws. But when you think about how a lot of these, like the mature laws that are out there today,
right.
They're either a UK-influenced Commonwealth country, English-speaking Commonwealth country, plus the United States.
Right.
That seems to be where they're the most developed today, and they're moving beyond that based on, the laws being a good consumer protection law and the benefits to the countries of having those, getting that money back to the companies and asset owners so it's back in circulation in the economy. But, and then there's small nations doing really great things. Bahamas has a law, British Virgin Islands has a law, Cayman Islands, Trinidad. There's a lot of these other countries that do have very progressive laws with respect to unclaimed property that are very notable as well.